Hey, hi. How are you guys? I'm just gonna wait for some people to come on. Welcome to day 5 of the 5-day Monetize Your Genius challenge. Boy, oh boy, what a week has it been. Now, I have had so many messages from so many of you, and you've all been through so many different things. Some of you have been like, oh my fucking god, this is the shiz. This is the reminder I required. This is the golden nuggets that I have desired. I'm ready to pump it out. I'm ready to show up to my genius. I am ready for more. So many of you have been reaching out, and thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for reaching out and telling me how much you have enjoyed this free challenge. Thank you for thank you for being honest as well, because hello Amy, beautiful girl. I understand that you guys are busy. I understand that we have jobs and children and houses and lives. I understand that taking an hour out of your time every day is a big ask. I'm taking an hour out of my time to do free coaching. I understand that this is a big thing. So I want to say thank you to all of you who have actually said to me, hey Vic, I'm enjoying a snippet of this. I've done half a video and I got lots of nuggets out of it, but I haven't done the whole lot. Because that's okay. What if by only doing a half an hour of it, you got what you required? What if by just being in the group, you got enough to get you moving forward? What if I said one thing and it resonated and it reminded you of something and got you back on track? That is all I ask. All I ask is for you to take what you require from this 5-day challenge. You may decide that you are ready to, thank you, my darling. My husband just brought me a cup of tea. You may actually realize that it's time for you to take some action. You may realize that, oh my goodness, I'm in like a masculine mode for so long, I require to give myself some love. Whatever you got from this, there is no expectation of what that has to be. And so anywhere you have any expectations of, I didn't do enough, I didn't do the work, I didn't print it off, or I didn't show up, or I only did 2 days instead of 5, can we just destroy and uncreate all of that now, please? Because sometimes just doing a little bit is enough. And then others of you will be like completely and utterly like binging this on the weekend, and that's cool as well, and going through the workbook because that's the way you work, that's when you get time and all of those different things. So I just wanted to honor you for a moment and say thank you. Second of all, like I said yesterday, I actually forgot the word mindset yesterday, which is hilarious because I was like, what is that other thing? It's energy, it's mindset, and it's structure and strategy. These are the things that I work. This is what I do in my coaching style. And what I also do is I teach people to release their blocks. So then they can receive, which is what we're going to go really deep into today about receiving. They can receive the abundance that is their birthright. And also they can perceive on how their genius and what their superpower is. So they can embrace all of them. Now that is what I am all about. And so how are you? What's been going on? If you are here, please say hello. If you are on replay, hashtag replay. I know a lot of you are catching up because it's 10:05 here at the moment in New Zealand, and a lot of you are at work. So, congratulations if you're jumping on and you're spending your time listening to this. You have another 2 days. This will be closing. So this training is high level, it is high capacity, it is really, really potent, and this will end up being a paid 5-day challenge. So I'm gifting this to you guys over the next 2 days. This also means that the more interactive you are, the more you share this challenge, because if you share it, people can go and binge it on the weekends, sweet as. The more the merrier, the more people I can reach, the more people that have any type of aha or shift, the better. That's what my divine purpose is. So I encourage you to be as active as possible, to share as much as possible, to do the workbook, and to literally message in this group. literally over the weekend, I won't be on here because I'm working. I'm going to the Women's Expo. Come and see me if you're in New Plymouth and you want to come and see me there and come have a chat about things. But I invite you to show up and post and send photos of yourself and let me know your breakthroughs and stuff like that, because we do have prizes. I have got prizes, and they are very, very special prizes. They are prizes where you get to have a coaching session with me, or you get to have an intuitive session with me. If you receive the emails, you know exactly what they are. And, I'm only going to gift them to people who have been active in here, because it is my time, it is my money, and to have a session with me, it is hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So please get active, please share. My team and I will be going through and seeing, how many people are active and what's going on and what breakthroughs people are having. Whether they're small or big or whatever, it doesn't actually matter. I always trust that people get what they want. So let's get into some training. Comment below, let me know, what you're actually getting. Now, a few people reached out yesterday and said that, they've been sitting there and they literally got enough just from watching the first one, and they haven't caught up, but they're already on this momentum of changing. I got a couple of, fuck yeah, I love it. And I was like, thanks, I love that. It's all about the energy of it, as well as the mindset and the structure and strategy. So I want to talk about the 3 C's to begin with. Oh, totally forgot that there was a workbook for a second there. So the 3 C's, this is just downloaded to me right now. That's what quite often happens, is I do go on riffs because someone needs to hear something, and I'm here to tell you what that is. So the first one is celebrate. Okay, so no matter what if you're listening to this, can you please celebrate? If you have done any of this challenge or even printed out the book, can you please celebrate? Hello. Oh, getting so much, Vic. It's awesome. Oh, thank you. Amy is one of my beautiful clients. She is over in Australia, and she is really doing this conscious work and showing up to everything, and I adore you. Hello, Tracy. How are you? Guys, today we are on your unique message, but before we go into the workbook, I'm going to talk about the 3 C's. Celebrating is so damn important. Last night on the mastermind group, on my Relationship Blocks mastermind group, we were talking about the feminine and the masculine. And basically all of us do not function in as much feminine as we should, because we're like go masculine, masculine, masculine. So when we start looking into celebration, celebrating our wins, we talked about this yesterday when I was talking about the pebbles, like the desires, the smaller desires, the medium size and the bigger ones. It's the same type of thing. We have to celebrate our small wins. We have to celebrate the fact that you chose yourself and didn't go to work and had a mental health day. You have to choose. I celebrate when I cancel things and go to the beach. I'm like, I'm celebrating myself for choosing me. We have to celebrate when we go out for coffee with a friend. We have to celebrate the fact that we showed up today, that we woke up, that we went to work, that we ate the healthy salad. We have to celebrate these little things. And then we also have to celebrate the other things. We have to celebrate the birthdays and the Christmas, and celebrate when we start hitting those 10K months in our business. And first of all, you may want to celebrate the fact that you got $1,000 a month, in your side hustle. And the more you can integrate that, and the more celebrating you can do, the higher vibration you are, the higher frequency you're functioning at, and the more that will come to you. So I really, really wanted to emphasize, let's celebrate today, because we are on day 5. You are still here. You are still listening. And hashtag replay if you are here listening quietly, because if I don't know you're here, how am I going to give you presents and gifts? So when we show up in life, when we show up to the full capacity, and it may take a while to get to that full capacity, but we have to celebrate those little things of when we do show up. We have to celebrate the workshop that we're creating. We have to celebrate the course that we just did, or the thing that we're choosing. So celebrating is so important. If we don't celebrate, what happens is we go into resistance, and we are not going into acknowledging of ourself, of our body, of our spirit. Therefore, we're kind of like making ourselves wrong a little bit. How many of us were kind of taught, this is the mindset thing, not to celebrate too hard or too fast, and not to don't go telling your friends we've just bought a brand new house, or that we've just won some money, or that money's coming to us. We don't go telling people that. We don't want them to feel uncomfortable, so we make ourselves Wrong. Oh, yay. Jacqueline's like, love celebrations. I think like everything should be a party. I used to drink copious amounts of alcohol before I could let loose and dance. Oh my gosh. Now I'm like, kids, let's dance. And alcohol makes me want to go to sleep. Celebrating is so important. We usually call Friday night party night in our house, which means popcorn. It means dancing around, running around, and being crazy. It's like ecstatic dance. Like one of my friends is going to one ecstatic dance tonight, and it's like letting yourself loose and just letting yourself be whatever you want to be. Celebrating is the shiz, and it is very much important when you're monetizing your genius. Celebrating your clients' wins. I love celebrating my clients. I love celebrating myself, whether that is getting my hair done and getting a massage or going to the beach or having a 10-minute, meditation. Celebrating the little things I worked out, woohoo, is important. So I trust that you get what I'm saying. Celebrating is really important. The next one is choice and choose. We always have a choice. When we think we don't have a choice, we do have a choice. When we take full responsibility, which is the theme that I've talked about this whole entire 5 days, when we take responsibility for all of our choices, and then we basically go, yeah, I chose that consciously or unconsciously. I chose that, and I can choose again, and I can choose something different. Choice is one of those things where you will be given so many different things, so many opportunities. Like I said, that universe will open that door for you. You can step through and choose that, or you can wait and step through the next one or the next one. But when you've got that urge, when you've got that sacral hit of, I must do this thing, and then you don't take immediate action, it goes to your head, you start thinking, and you get into this big knot. And I see my clients do that before they choose my Relationship Blocks program. I will say, hey guys, they say, I'm doing it. And they jump on clarity calls with me. And all I say is, where are you at? Let's just talk about it. Do you want to do this? And they go, yes. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then they know it's a yes, but then they go back and they go, I don't know if I can, because the money thing comes in, then the time thing comes in, then this comes in. And when you start overthinking things, it becomes one big massive knot. So what I want to say, when you are actually, I'm just going to drop this a little bit so I'm not looking up at the camera. When choices come your way, I want you to know that it is completely up to you to say yes or no. This is kind of a bit of a refresher, so I want you guys not to think with your head and do the juggling, that yes or no. I want you to go with your initial gut of yes or no. And it's funny because sometimes people can give you the most amazing opportunities and you just go, no, sorry, it's just not sitting right. I'm not ready. Because it could be the timing that's out, but it could also be you haven't filled up your grid enough to move. Like, I could move to the beach right now if I wanted to. I could pack up my kids and my family, go live in my auntie's sleep out and go, come on guys, let's go. That would be a choice I made. But I'm not choosing that because my grid is not full. It is not the right timing. So take responsibility for your yeses, for your nos. Don't think about it with your head. Think about it with your gut and do an instant action on that. So instantly say, I'm choosing this, and just dropping your head down to your heart so you're just not thinking about it too much, because everything else will align up energetically when you're choosing from that higher vibration. Good morning, Nicole. How are you? Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick was choosing. So we've talked about celebrating, we've talked about choice. There's always a choice. Amongst anything, there's a choice. And choosing. So choosing is, you get to choose again and again and again and again. You get to change your mind. And this is another thing that I've brought through this whole entire 5-day challenge is you chose to be a stay-at-home mum, right? You chose this. This is amazing. You are fantastic. And then something changed and you decided you just desired more. You decide to do that, plus add in this, and this, and follow the journey of consciousness or business or whatever it may be, which is what I did. Well, I was a hairdresser for 20 years and I loved it, but then I chose something else. There's no wrongness in that. I thought I'd be hairdressing until I died because I love people and I love talking, but it changed and I had complete choice to change that and choose something different. We think because we made a choice 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or 2 minutes ago, we have to stick to that, but we don't. Because if you have chosen a shitty mood, you have the choice to change that, like this, or change your behavior, or change your perspective. So the reason why I'm saying this is I really want to dig deep. If this is anything you get from this challenge, is to know that you have choice and that you can choose again and again and again and again. And that's what people who monetize their genius do. They try something and it works, and they go, what else is possible with this? And then they try something else. So whether it's with your relationships, or whether it's with your business, or your up and coming business, or your consciousness, or your mindset, or your body, whatever it is, you get to choose again and again and again and again. And if it's not working, it's a bit wonky, you adjust. You adjust that and you implement something else. And then you go, oh, what else is possible here? And then you adjust that and you implement something else. So I'm doing a 5-day challenge now, and I'll do something else next week. Actually, I'm having a rest next week. But, I'm doing my Release Your Blocks program, which is starting in like less than 2 weeks kind of thing. And, if that's something that feels light and expansive for you, and you want to do a Release Your Blocks program, so you want to grow in consciousness and monetize your genius and all these different things, then there's an opportunity for you. But not only that, there's opportunities everywhere as well, and you just ask for them to show up. You ask for a sign as well to kind of like validate that feeling that you've got, because we get this gut of a yes, and then you're like, oh no, and your brain tries to convince you out of it because you're trying to think logically, but consciousness isn't logical. Choice doesn't have to be logical either. And what will blow up your mind and create change and blow up your business or your up and coming business is choosing whatever that change looks like. And the only way you can really navigate that change is by listening to your gut, because your mind will mess with you. And if you follow the mind is an amazing computer, and of course sometimes we have to listen to it, but not when it comes to following our divine mission, because it would have already worked already, and you would have already been down that like on that roll, which some of you already are. But we always have to reassess, and we've got to listen to our gut, right? So that's a bit of a riff on that, because I think someone needed to hear it, and that's just what's kind of coming through me as well. That's what I wanted to say. So this morning I'm lying there, I'm listening to Amanda Frances, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool, okay, last day of the challenge. Tiny bit sad, by the way, because I love the shifts people are getting. It blows my mind, and that the fact I can do this is really expensive. And I was like, oh, okay, what else is possible now? What else is possible now? Am I on the right track? Do I require to adjust or reassess, and what's happening here? So I ask myself a lot of questions before I even get out of bed. As I always try to align with my unique message, which is what we're going to go into today, about your unique message. And I grabbed my phone because I wanted to check the time, because I was like, oh, I better get up. Got to go get ready. I had to tone my hair because it was bright yellow. So, the things that we do at like 8 o'clock in the morning, I was toning my hair in the shower. And I was like, what is on my phone? And there was the cutest, tiniest little feather I've ever seen. Sure, it probably came out of my pillow or somewhere. But right there on my phone, right here, was a little tiny feather. And I was like, is that what I think it is? Because I was half asleep, and I was like, there's a feather on my phone. Feathers to me are signs. The fact that it was just sitting there, I'm like, that's so strange. Where would have that come from, really? So I smiled, I got up, and I was like, thank you, angels. Thank you, divine source. Thank you, me. You're doing a good job. Keep going. What you're doing is reaching people. Keep going. Whether people are saying it or not, it doesn't matter. You're helping them keep going. So it's acknowledging of myself as well. So we are all on this journey together. So what aha moments have you guys got? Comment down below. Let me know. What are the things? What are the reminders? I know a lot of people said, oh, lots of good reminders. We all know everything. Just saying. We all know everything. When we go into coaching, when we do things like the Release Your Blocks program, the first thing I say to people, or a 5-day challenge, is I say, you know all of this stuff, but have you been implementing it? Have you been choosing you first? Have you been doing your divine feminine? Have you been doing the structures and systems in your business or in your life? Have you been doing your procedures or your perspectives? We already know everything, but we also know how to eat extremely healthy and get really, really fit, but a lot of the time we don't implement it. So these reminders are absolutely fantastic. So I want to know from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. Here I am showing up. Can you please join me and show up and be the best kind of version of you, and tell me, if you're listening, what are the aha moments? This is what lights me up celebrating with you. What are the things that you have realized? And it may be the craziest thing. It may be something that makes no sense to this, but what shifts have you had this week? Even if you've only listened to half an hour of it. What shifts have you had? Some of you did Facebook Lives and you're like, hey, I'm this person, da 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 da, and you did post. Did that help you shift in any way? Now, what is it you are desiring? We talked about that yesterday. Desires. What are you desiring to create? What is your mission here? Now, we're going to do a meditation at the end of this because I really feel like you guys should be integrating and downloading and receiving, which is the other thing we are going to be talking about. Like I said, my pillars are releasing, receiving, and perceiving. And everything I talk about are based on these. I know that I'm here, there, and everywhere with things because it's lots of information, but there's a lot of people. And you guys will get whatever you require. So put in those comments. If you're on replay, let me know. If you guys are here right now and you've got access, I know some of you are at work probably listening, but if you've got access to type in, let us know what your wins are so we can celebrate together. This is an energetic shift. This is the structures and systems, which is the booklet, and this is also the mindset shift as well. You can do whatever you require. So on day 5, we have got the your unique message. Now, what I want to let you know is you have, sorry, just looking at a spelling mistake. You have a divine mission. You have a divine purpose, whether it's with the animals, whether it's with the earth, whether it's with the human, whether you're a spokesman, whether you are a guide, whether you are a channel, whether you are reaching people with your product, like whether it's product, or whether you are a coach or a personal trainer. You are helping people every single day. That is something important that you all need to know because you are unique. Now, one of my amazing clients has been doing Release Your Blocks the last 3 months with me. She said, Victoria, I just had an aha. She goes, the stuff that I do so damn well is so easy that when people told me I was so good at it, I used to get angry. And now I realized why I used to get angry and triggered when someone told me that I was so good at my job and I found it was so easy, I'd get angry at them. And she said, because I realized my unique gift just comes to me so easily. And I was frustrated because she didn't really know like what they were meaning. You know, when you feel like someone's taking the piss when they're saying, oh my God, you're so good at doing that. And you're like, am I? Your unique gift and your unique message comes to you so easily. It is right in front of you right now. Right in front of you. I have had my coaches help me to shift these veils. It's like when you've got glasses and you've got all these cellophanes over them, everything looks distorted, and that's how I kind of see life with conditioning. So I've had coaches in the last year. I've had spent like over $25,000 on coaches, and they just keep taking those veils off. They help me with the mindset and the structure. They help me with the energy side of it as well. And soon everything becomes so clear that you can actually see yourself and your unique gift. Mine is talking. Mine is pulling out energy from other people and seeing what is required. What is yours? What are you really good at? And I know beautiful Amy, who was here, she said, I love doing this, I love doing that. What would it take to get paid? I think it was like reading and being in nature. What would it take to be paid to be a reader, like to read all the time and be in nature? And, you know, I'm going to use that as an example there as well, because the thing is, I like to have baths and go to the beach. And I like to meditate a lot, and I like to be pampered. I like people touching my body and stuff like that. So I make sure that I put a whole lot of that into my life. And that means I'm so charged up that every time I show up like this, I get paid. I get paid when I'm bathing. I get paid when I'm going to the beach. Now, I know this may sound crazy if you have got kind of like that logical, practical mind and you think that way. So, cognitively, none of this ever makes sense. But by doing more of you, more things come, which is something I've also implemented through this whole 5-day challenge. So, what are you downloading? So, the first question is, what are you so damn good at? Really good at? I am good at reading. I just pull cards and I talk. I can talk for like 3 hours if my body could handle it. What are you really, really good at? And don't be shy about it. Pop it in the comments. Let me know what you're really, really good at. I want to hear from you. Now, in this unique message, and I've put actually a pen and paper there as well, and that's not by mistake, because the pen and paper, when we are downloading, there's different ways to download. Okay, so there's meditating, where you're literally like, download me. Or when I do meditations in all of my groups, my masterminds, my relationship blocks, I'm always starting with meditation, always starting with downloading. The trick is not to go, damn it, I don't know what I downloaded. I'm not getting this. What am I not getting? It's not about that. It's about letting things move and shift beyond the cognitive mind, because then when they land, and you're just on this kind of spiral. So you can download by doing that. So you can download by meditating. You can download by, like Amy said, going, being in nature and reading. You can download by basically aligning your energy. And we were talking about energy leaks and alignment on day 3. The other thing that you can do is write. So that's why I put the pen and paper there as well. You can just write, what is my unique gift? My name is Victoria Bond. My unique gift is talking. Like, who's going to get paid for talking? I've managed to make that a reality by asking a simple question. How can I get paid for talking? You will never see much content written from me unless I've transcribed it. So this is that next part of monetizing your genius, is actually the outsourcing. So like, I literally can talk into something and it can transcribe, and then I can make that into post. So if you have any points of view, this is going on a slight tangent here, but any points of view that you're not bright enough, or you're spelling, you've got spelling mistakes, or you don't have the stuff but you can talk, you can change anything into anything at all. Because when you are going with your divine guidance of your unique message and your unique gift, you will be shown the whole entire way. So that little feather will carry me through the whole day, because I know I'm on the right path. I know it. I just know it. So when you are downloading, you could write it down, like I said, and ask questions. How can I monetize this gift? How can I get this message through? What is your message? I've asked you guys that as well during the week. What is your message? What is your divine purpose? You start asking these questions if you're not sure what it is. It doesn't have to be a verbal thing. It could be a feeling. This is one of the hardest things that coaches go through with their clients. It's like, what is your niche and what is your unique message? And a lot of people go, I just want to contribute to people. That's not your unique message. Your unique message is an energy. It's a feeling. Like, what is that kind of feeling of when you're reaching these people? So for me, I love to empower people. I'm a spiritual empowerment coach that helps people monetize their genius. I help entrepreneurs and up and coming entrepreneurs. I help coaches that are already in their genius zone, but I bring them out more. I know my unique message is that you are unique and you can download. You have a message, you have a divine mission, you have a divine purpose. It doesn't matter how that shows up or what that is, as long as you can tap into it, so you can tap into your superpowers and do what is required. So the first one is, what are you downloading? What are you downloading currently? Asking that question could be enough. What am I downloading? And I remember, okay, this sounds total crazy question. I asked to be downloaded a lot before I showed up in this space. I spent a lot of time meditating, a lot of time meditating and a lot of time with crystals. I've got crystals right here. I've got oils. I was raising my frequency after hitting a massive burnout and being quite depressed, frankly, because that's what burnout is. It's not fun. So what I did is I surrounded myself with high frequency, high potency things like crystals and oils. I didn't know if it was going to work. I was like, this is kind of woo-woo, but whatever. I'm desperate here. And what I started noticing was I started downloading a whole lot of information. I'd say, could you please download me with information? I'm going to go meditate now. And I'd listen to Teal Swan. I loved her meditations. And I'd listen to them all night. I still listen to meditations all night. And especially for the mindset stuff. And what happened was I would get these downloads and I would write them down and I'd be like, this is interesting. And then I'd have confirmation during the day when I talked to people that those downloads were correct and they felt amazing. So then I could speak them out. So that was my unique way of doing it. When you ask for downloads like this, ask them to come with ease, because what I did was I said, I know I'm a psychic medium, but it's like there was this filter and I couldn't quite get through this wall. It's like a clear wall, and I knew it was right there, and I knew I was a psychic medium, but I hadn't done it yet, but I felt like it was already there. So what I did is I said, could you please download me with the information I require to be the psychic medium so I can help people heal and grow and use their gifts? So what I did was I went to sleep and I downloaded so hard that it was kind of scary. Like my body went into this kind of like, it's nearly like a fit, and I saw it all in my brain, and I downloaded, like in the Matrix when they put that thing in your neck and they go, like it was like that. And I woke up and I went, well, it was because I was half asleep, you know, that kind of dream state where you're really downloading the information, not asleep but not awake. And I went, was that a dream? And I was like, nope, because I knew my light and heavy. And I was like, okay, cool. So am I scared? Because it was intense. It was really intense. And I was like, no, I'm not scared. And I was like, was that good? And I was like, well, no, it wasn't good. Was it bad? No, it wasn't bad. What the hell was that? It was a download. And so now I've learned from that, when I am downloading my unique messages and my unique gifts, I have to ask for it to come with ease, like the little feather, not necessarily a massive download where I'm like, whoa, like my body could not really even handle that. I'm sharing this with you because it was a massive pivotal time in my life. And I share it with a lot of people because when they want to really zoom fast in their business and in consciousness and energetically and with their structures and systems, I ask them to ask for it to come with ease and with grace and with joy. So I went to a spiritual workshop with Sue Nicholson, and this was a few years ago, and I said, Sue, I need to ask you a question. And Sue Nicholson is quite a well-known psychic medium here in New Zealand. And I went up to her and said, Sue, I need to ask you a question. And I told her the story about how my body fitted. It was I went into a fit and I was like the Matrix, and now I know I'm a psychic medium and I know how to do it. And I said to her, so, what was that? And she looked at me and she goes, you asked for it. What did you expect? Something like that. And she turned around and walked off. And I went, oh my God, what we ask for, we get. But we will never get it, and I repeat this all the time as well, the way we think we're going to get it. So if you ask for change, if you are choosing more, you always have choice. But if you can get out of your own way and say, what does this change look like? Show it to me with ease. Show it to me with joy. Show it to me with grace. And I'm going to get out of my own way and I'm willing to receive that change however it looks, then you basically are letting yourself change and create. So I'm ever so grateful for that download because it changed my life. But at the same time, it was really intense. And that's what I had asked for because I like intensity. I like change. I love change. So, how do you download? Because everyone downloads different. Excuse me. Is it when you're running? Is it when you're exercising? Is it when you're talking to friends? For me, when I'm in this type of space, I'm downloading, so it channels through. And I always trust that the people that require to hear it will hear it. And people message me and go, oh my God, yesterday, click, click, click. And then someone else will be like, oh, the day before, click, click, click. But I allow myself to be the vessel of change, and I allow myself to be the portal to channel through the information that you are asking for. So if you do have anything you want to ask for, you can energetically ask me and we'll see what comes through. or you can put it in the chat box because I'd love to come back to you guys and I'd love to hear questions from you. So, what is your unique style? What is your unique style? Now, what I mean by this, I'm going to go a little bit into the structure and strategy. Are you like me and you like to do Facebook stuff, like Facebook Lives? Or are you more of a, I prefer messaging, like I prefer doing content and posting like that? Are you a person who likes to get out there at fairs and you're a people person? Or do you like to kind of put yourself out there more quietly, more the back end, and let people come to you? Everyone has a style, and what I teach about in my Release Your Blocks program and my practitioner program, which are kind of mushed together, and we're starting a 6-month program in less than a couple of weeks to get people to these points. We really go into what your unique style is, because if you are trying to be something else or someone else, then it's not going to land and it's going to feel crunchy. A lot of people start out with coaches, and I've also said this in the last few days, a lot of people start out with coaches, and just like with our parents as we're growing up, we must kind of follow them with the structures and strategies and the systems to get us to a certain point, and then we go thank you and we break free, and then we fly and we expand. And that's what a lot of my clients do. They'll do it my way, and then we really kind of sieve through how it works for them. So I'm asking you now, what is your unique style? And I want you to write it down in the workbook, if you have the workbook here, whether you have a business or not, because a lot of you are desiring businesses, and a lot of you will get businesses and monetize your genius more. So what is your unique style? Your unique style, whether it's talking, whether it is being quiet and literally bringing clients into you energetically. You still must action a little bit on that as well. But whether it's that or whether it's writing and doing posts, how do you show up in your life, with your community, with your friends? Are you the instigator? Or are you the person that allows people to come to you? What works for you? What works for you with your unique style of living? Are you full on, or are you quieter? Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Are you an introverted extrovert? I'm actually an introvert extrovert. So for me as well, I'm not a massive be with people all day. I like being by myself quite a lot and doing my own thing. But I'm also quite extrovert when it comes to my coaching type of thing. What is your unique style? Are you a good listener? Are you, like I say, are you good at typing? Some of my friends and some of my clients, I will voice message them, but some of them don't like voice messaging, so it's more of a messenger. Some of them I will voice message and they will message me back, and we just kind of like embrace our own unique styles. When we know how we function and we demand that and command that from our reality, then things around us will shift if we know our style of living, if we know what works for us. Some of us like to work 8-hour days and get things done. Other people like to work 2 or 3 hours. Some people like to work 5 days. Some people want to work, 3 12-hour days. Like, what is your style? So there's so many components to this, but what is your unique style which helps you get your message out to your clients, to your business, to your friends, to your family? How do you do that? I'm just gonna see if there's any messages. Oh, there's so many messages. Thank you, Cara. So nice to have you here. So I'm just gonna check all these messages. I didn't realize when I'm saying comment below, people were actually commenting. So thank you very much. It was yellow yesterday. I did my eyelashes and eyebrows as well. And I thought I don't really want to show up to the last day of challenge with bright yellow hair. So I toned it. Being a hairdresser, ex-hairdresser is the shiz. So thank you, Cara. Amy said the small, medium, and big desires. I've been focusing on the big. Thank you, Amy. So that is what you have got out of this so far, is actually embracing the present, embracing the near future, embracing the future. I functioned from future for so long that I missed everything else. When we're not looking at our children, and I said this on a training last night in the mastermind, our children are going to get bigger tomorrow. And here we are not seeing them for 2 weeks, So I look at my child and I go, I love you. And I look at her and I sniff her and I cuddle her and I'm like, tomorrow you're going to be different. So it is really about being present with our desires and our requirements, even our message. So Nicole said, I had an awareness that I was still worried about what people thought about me and what I do. That is such an amazing awareness to have. Does anybody else have that awareness as well? Because I'm telling you now, we think we don't care what people think until we ask for the change starts happening, it starts being chaotic and feeling a bit crunchy and messy, and we're kind of losing our identity a little bit, which is a part of the process of change. It's about being uncomfortable so we can step into the change. And then what happens is we're like, oh my God, am I going backwards? You're not going backwards, you're always going forward, but it's always going to pop up. The crunchiness, the uncomfortableness is always going to show up. And this kind of, with how this ties in with your unique message, is your unique message will change. I did a whole lot of content, now I do a whole lot of video, now I outsource. Like, it's always going to change. So what we do is we hold on to happiness, we hold on to these dreams, we hold on to this, but the whole time we're not realizing it's changing. And same with the judgment. We hold on to this, oh yeah, I got to this space, but then you want to come out more, and you're like, oh, that's another level of judgment. So anywhere that you are allowing people to judge you, or anywhere that you are thinking they are judging you, but really it's you judging yourself because it's a mirror, will you destroy and uncreate that, please? Because a lot of the time they're not judging you. I really don't care if people are judging me, and if that pops up and I go, oh, I'm worried about judgment right now, then I go, oh, okay, I need to do some mindset stuff. I'm going to go journal this out. What is crunchy here? And I always see it as an expansion. So that's really amazing, Nicole. And how can you work through this? How can you lean into this and still show up? Because does it really matter who's judging you? If that is stopping you, and this is a lot of people on this group that are not, showing up per se because they are afraid of judgment, we're not doing our divine mission if we're not willing to put ourselves out there. I put myself out there, and some people may judge me, and I just can't allow that to affect me. I cannot allow for that to be even a part of my existence, because I know that will stop me from doing my job. So if you can come at it, Nicole, from that point of view of, if I allow this judgment to paralyze me, then I'm not doing my divine mission, and I'm going to have to come back next time to do it. So that's amazing. Well done for having that. Tracy said, being able to make a live and look busy at work too. Winning. How does it get any better than this? Being able to make a live and look busy at work. So this is your winning, right? This is your, I'm on the live and I'm working because I am a freaking amazing manifester. That's amazing. Doing more that I desire. Awesome, Cara. And what would it take for you to do more that you desire? And I really recommend, if this actually resonates with you guys as well, then the question really is, do you deserve what you desire? Anything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate that now? And I would be saying 10 times in the morning and 10 times at night, all life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, which is the mantra, the Access Consciousness mantra. All life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. All life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. 10 times in the morning, 10 times at night. And the other one is, I deserve what I desire. I deserve what I desire. I deserve what I desire. Anything that doesn't allow me to receive that, I destroy and uncreate. That's a little clearing for you there. Great questions for accessing downloads. Yeah, cool. You're welcome, Tracy. What would it take for me to download with ease? What would it take for me to download my unique message? Open up the chakra once you've blown up your body. I'm going to actually do this very soon for you guys in a meditation. And then what you want to be able to do is you just want to be able to go, what is my divine message? What is my unique gift? What is all of this? And allow yourself to receive. Okay, so Tracy loves drawing and doing photography, and I want to do light code art to bring activations and downloads through everyone. Oh my gosh, you should experience my light language then, Tracy. I love light language. I love light codes. All of that stuff is so freaking amazing. So what is stopping you? That's my question. What is stopping you? If it's time, go watch the Time Mythbuster. Just saying. And Sarah said, Nicole, I always try to remember that every time someone judges me, I will make another $5,000. Would you receive judgment for $5,000? And that is amazing, Sarah. And I always say to everybody all the time, the more I get judged, the more money I receive. Because the more I show up, there's going to be more judgment. But the judgment is not of me, it's of that person. So if you're judging me or you're getting triggered, then turn around and look at yourself and go, what is this? And how can I change this? Because the truth is, people do not judge others that are following their dreams. So you have to kind of look at yourself when it comes to the triggers. And every time someone is judging me, I get paid. Every time I open my mouth and speak, people are having awarenesses, and that if there's anyone judging me, then they can kind of just step out of my existence with love, and I will get paid for that as well. I'm also helping the entities in the earth and the animals by showing up. So when we kind of have this vocal conscious speaking within ourselves and we know it, you can see how that's going to create more rather than how the fuck am I going to make enough money to survive? Oh my God, this always happens to me. Like, I get excited about an idea and then it just leaves my mind, or people are going to judge me for showing up. And what if I'm not good enough? And you can see the difference. I'm not talking about conscious speaking. I've got a whole module on release your blocks and that. But you can see how the difference is with the conscious speaking when you say, I deserve what I desire, rather than I need to do what I want to do. One day I will choose me. It will happen. It is happening. I'm doing the work. It's happening in its own time. That there is the shoulds, but you really want to be like, I am doing it. It is coming to me. It's right there. Just like with the mediumship, it was there. I knew I was going to do stage mediumship. I knew it. I knew it. Although I have not been on the stage yet. Is that not doing it on Facebook Lives? So just interesting little nuggets there for you guys to think about. What would it take for you to show up even if you were getting judged? I say this all the time. If you desire money, you have to also receive money, and you have to receive judgments, because you're receiving everything. And that's what I've talked about in this as well on the previous days. Kara said, yes, I do. Yep. Yes, me too. Yes. So Jacqueline said, what comes easy to me is changing others' vibrations and thought patterns, perspectives within a simple conversation. Hallelujah. There's a girl right there owning her genius, which is why my mindset coaching is my vibe right now. But that doesn't mean I still need to work under a coach to help me while I help others. Absolutely. Now, and you can change your mind at any stage, at any time. You know, I quite often, I go, I'm just going to have this coach one more time and I'm going to do it on my own. And I messaged a coach this morning and I said, hey, I require you, please. Because I know I'm going to have another shift and I don't want to stay still. So I require someone to hold me, and it's not my friends. Because, and I've said this to people who have messaged me before, I've said, look, you need somebody to hold you, and you can hold you as well. So you can be a mindset coach without having a coach. Absolutely, because everything is choice. And when you do need that person to go give you the structures and strategies, hold you energetically, and help shift your mindset, because sometimes, you know, what I find is coaches see something in me that I can't see, and I'm a projector in the human design, which is a whole nother thing. But being a projector, we can't see ourselves as well as other people can see us. So yeah, I love that. I love that you're owning your gifts, Jacqueline. That is amazing. So yeah, back to the workbook. Thank you for your comments, guys. And if you're on replay, please make sure you comment as well, so I can put you into the draw to win sessions. So how do you know what you know? Now, this is a really interesting thing for you to write down as well, because I want to get you thinking about these downloads. How do you know what you know? How do you know that you know everything? How do you know that when I'm saying things that you've never heard, that you already know it? It's because you can feel it. So I want you guys to write down it. How do you know what you know? Where did you learn it from? Now, downloading doesn't, and your unique message doesn't have to just be because you downloaded it, so it just came from you. That's kind of functioning a little bit from ego sometimes. What I do is I pick things from different people. So, like I said, I spend a whole lot of money on coaches and I get whatever I require from them. I buy programs and I get whatever I require from that. I have clients and I get whatever I require from them and I give them whatever they require. So downloading is about hearing information and popping it into an energetic container if it's light and expansive and conscious. Now, a lot of the things that we have to drop is the things that we think we know, the things that we've been reprogrammed with our tribal system, but also society. So how do you know what you know? And are you willing to drop everything and re-ask, what do I know? So you can do that right now. I'm going to drop everything out of my awareness of anything I've ever picked up and ask. I'm going to destroy and uncreate it all. What do I know to be true? And this is only 2 lines to write this down, but when I first had the spiritual awakening, I wrote a whole lot of stuff down. How do I know what I know that someone didn't tell me? And then I went on this mission. So even though I've picked up things from different people, it's whether it resonates or not. So I'm reprogramming my mind all the time to show up. I don't believe there's any good or bad or wrong or right. I just believe we're different. And that's why I wanted to talk about having choice and choosing all the time. Choosing to be different, choosing your business to look like this, and then choosing to pivot over here, then choosing again, knowing that you are your brand and that you are perfect, whatever you're doing. It's just really allowing yourself to download your truth. So what is your response when you are out of alignment? That's the next question. So you will all be different. I feel wonky when I'm out of alignment, completely wonky. I quite often will, I might get an attachment and I might be like, oh, okay, I'm just like got a headache, my body's doing something, I'm frustrated, I feel bitter, I feel very bitter. So what is your response when you're out of alignment? Write it down, because if you can write that down, then you will have more of you'll like kind of tap into it quicker when you're out of alignment. We can be out of alignment for 3 days before we realize we are, because we can't see ourselves as well. And someone will go, what's up with you? And you're like, what are you talking about? I'm fine. But they can see it easier than you, possibly. What platform are you using and why? What platform are you using currently? If you are in business, what resonates with you? Are you using Instagram? Are you using like Twitter or Snapchat or Pinterest? Are you using websites? Are you using Facebook? Are you using Zoom or Skype? What do you use? Now, structures and systems are beautiful things, just like our brain. It's a beautiful thing. And when we use these and utilize these things, what aligns with us, what feels expansive and amazing, then what will actually happen is we can show up. Now, if we're trying to live in somebody else's reality, like, say you're doing a program and someone's saying, go do this, go do that, go do that, and you're like, it doesn't align with me, like, that's actually a good thing, because the more no's you get, the more you realize what actually does align with you, with your platforms. Like for me, I have a website. I don't particularly use it a lot, like straight up. It's just, I'm not going to put the time and energy into a website. That's why I have a team help me do things, because being dyslexic, typing is just very not aligned with me. Talking is. So what are you using and why? Where are your clients? If you are in business currently, or you're going to be, where are your clients? Because you may not have to do the hard sales on them, but you want to give them lots of value, and you want to be hanging out where they're hanging out. So what groups are they hanging out on? If you are on Pinterest and it's got nothing to do with anything you're selling, then is that going to work? A lot of people have this point of view that you need to be everywhere at all the different times, so then everybody can see you. But in my opinion, unless you have a team of 10 people doing all those things for you and repurposing all your stuff, it's going to get really exhausting. So what I recommend you do if you are going to start a business is to choose one thing to begin with, and just put your energy and your focus into that, and make sure that you're aligned with your message. whatever that message may be. And when it comes down to your message, that feeling that you have as well, you've got to start there with your unique message and go, now how can I implement the structures and strategies into there? Who can help me with this? So that's what I always do, is I go, who can help me with this? What is feeling light and expansive with me? So whether it was like working with myself or working with another coach or working in a program or working with someone, whatever it is, you have to ask the question, who could contribute to me? What is the next step here? What am I willing to receive here? And if you do that, then you will start asking those questions. You'll get a yes response or a no, or if you get that in between response, if you're not quite getting the high or the yes or the no, then you have to ask the question, is there something here? Is it the timing that's putting me off? Is it the money I'm putting off? Look at your own objections. Objections, is that the word? Whatever, you know what I mean? Look at those and say, what is this? And if I choose this, will this create me money? And I'm talking about everything, guys. I'm talking about, like, my husband went to buy a motor. He likes his RX-7s. And I may have told you this, I may not have, and it was like a $3,000 motor. It was a couple of years ago. And he goes, can I spend $3,000 on a motor? And I go, thank you for asking me. That's really kind of you. And then I said, will it bring you money? And he goes, well, we kind of, I don't think so. And I go, okay, will it bring you joy? And he goes, yes. And I go, well, go buy the motor. I don't give a shit. It's not about the money. It's about so when I say, will this bring you money? Will it make you money? It's also, will it bring you joy? Because those two go hand in hand. So think about that when you're talking about your platforms. Celebrate and meditate. Now I'm going to go into meditation for a couple of moments. Just going to check these. I download while meditating. Oh, Jacqueline, you download while you're meditating too. So cool. And fully agree with you on what we want, but never how we imagine. Fucking mind-blowing. Totally. I asked to be an onstage medium. I just realized before when I was telling you guys that I am an onstage medium. This is my platform. I've also got my podcast. If you haven't checked out my podcast, go on to Spotify. I think it's on iTunes as well. And it's called Release Your Blocks. And I've actually got some really cool different things coming out on it in the next few weeks. So with amazing entrepreneurs and also myself talking a lot about spirit. So check that out. So before we go into the meditation, I just want to share with you. I'm just a hot mess. I've got my pieces of paper everywhere. I love paper. So in this here it says, what is next? So what is next? This can be the beginning of a relationship if you want to. This can be, I just really from my heart, the truth is, I hope you got what you required from this. I hope you got something from this because, like I say, I don't want to make it significant, but this is a big deal for me. This is a big deal that I could give you this time and put the resources and money into doing a challenge like this because I love seeing people grow. So if that's all you got out of it, then well done, congratulations. Let me know because I do want to hear about that. The other thing is spiritual growth and channeling and alignment. Is that your next thing? I believe that is a part of absolutely everything. Monetizing your genius zone and getting more reach. Is that something that you want to do? Do you want to reach people with your unique message, but you're not quite sure how on the systems and strategies? Do you want to have the 10K months? Because the thing is, we may say that money's not the driving force, and it probably isn't. But at the end of the day, the more money we're making, the more we can help people. Without me making money, I couldn't do things like this. And this here lights my heart up. I give people free things. I do things all the time to help people because I can. And if I was doing free stuff all day long and not charging, then of course I wouldn't be doing it. I'd be drained. So you guys have already been through this, so you know what I'm talking about. So getting out of victim mode and becoming more victorious in every area of your life. Is that where you're at? So look at this and let me know where you're at, 1, 2, or 3. So do you want to work on your spiritual growth, channeling, and alignment? Monetizing your genius zone and getting more reach, or getting out of victim mode and becoming more victorious in every area of your life. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm offering you a clarity call. I'm offering you a clarity call, which is a free call with me. I don't do this all the time because of time and space and life. And I'm opening Monday up for that. It's a 15-minute call to see where you're at. It's a 15-minute call to see where you want to be. It's a 15-minute call to see what that gap is. So I am doing my Release Your Blocks program. It is coming up, I think, on the 27th of October. I'm starting it. It is 6 months. It's actually super reasonably priced, like ridiculously. And it is basically to help you with all of these things. So I've just given you a snippet. And this has been like a group coaching. So I would love to talk to you to see where you are at. I have absolutely loved being here. So I'm going to ask you now. Oh, Tracy, so you're 1 and 2. So yeah, the spiritual growth and channeling and monetizing your genius and getting more reach. So what do you have to do to require that? And if you do want to jump on a clarity call to talk about what that gap is, let me know. 15 minutes of gold. Okay, my lovely. So I'm just going to ask you, I've got a couple of minutes. I'm going to go over by a couple of minutes. So I'm just going to ask you if you are here to, hello, Kylie, my darling. You're here. So good to see you. To close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in through your nose, and bring yourself down to relaxation, blowing out any stress or tension through your mouth as you're breathing out. Again, a nice deep breath in through your nose, breathe in through your nose, breathe into your belly, expand that belly, hold it for a moment, and then breathe out through your mouth, breathing down into relaxation. I'm going to ask you now to drop all of that stress or tension or anything from the week into the ground. Let it roll off your body and do a body scan, relaxing from the top of your head all the way down throughout your whole entire face, your shoulders, your arms, your fingers, your chest, your tummy, your buttocks, your legs, your toes. My toes were just tense. Okay, so do a little bit of a body scan. Breathe in through your nose and breathe relaxation into any spots that may be sore or stiff. Relax those shoulders, relax that tongue, relax that jaw. And I'm going to ask you now to drop all of your barriers. Drop your barriers, drop your barriers, drop your barriers, drop your barriers. It doesn't matter if you can't see them, just drop them, push them down. Open up your heart and take a nice deep breath in through your nose again, breathing in a beautiful white light into your heart center, expanding your tummy, holding it for a moment, and breathing out. And I want you to expand your energy and fill the room of beautiful white light, expanding your energy past the room now to fill up the town that you're in, the house that you're in first, the town that you're in. Expand that energy. It doesn't matter if you can't feel it, just expand from that heart center all the way out. It could look like white sparkles or white light, or it may just look clear like wind. Just expand, expand, expand. And I want you now to expand around the world and through the world in all directions, down, up to the universe. Expand, expand, expand. Relax, drop your barriers, open your heart, and think about something you're grateful for you. About you. This is all about you. This is all about you. This is all about your downloads and your divine mission. Think about something you are grateful for you. It could be something small, it could be something big. What is something you love about yourself? Breathe it into your heart center. Breathe in through your nose, into your heart, a beautiful white light, and glow your heart up so it is a bright, bright white. And release, breathing out through your mouth and dropping any barriers that are left over and making sure you are expanded. Now I'm going to ask you, this beautiful expansion, to open your crown chakra and allow a beautiful white light to come from the heavens all the way down through the top of your head, to go through your entire body, lighting up your body like it's the brightest white you have ever seen. And it's going all the way down your spine, all the way down the back of your legs, and out through your feet into the center of the earth. You are a channel for your divine mission. You are a channel for the world. You are a channel for the universe. You are full of source energy. And now ask, what is my unique message? What is my unique mission? What is my unique gift here in the world? Anything that doesn't allow me to receive that, I destroy and uncreate it now. Anything that doesn't allow me to know, be, receive, and perceive what I am truly here for, I release it now. I destroy and uncreate anything that doesn't allow me to receive the knowledge that I require, to perceive my uniqueness, and to be everything I truly am at full capacity without the judgment of myself or others. Anything that doesn't allow me to function from a high consciousness, I destroy and uncreate it now. Allow the download from the heavens to fill up your body, to integrate into your knowing, to heal your heart and your soul. Breathe in through your nose a beautiful violet light and fill your body up full of violet. As you breathe out, fill up the room full of violet and expand the energy right out to the universe. I am a channel for the higher good. I am here on purpose. I am a unique gift to the world. I have a voice. I have a mission. I know that right now I am enough, and I always have been enough. I am a vessel of light, and I deserve what I desire in every capacity. All abundance is coming to me in every shape and form, and I will not limit how that looks, because I am willing to receive everything. Everything with grace, everything with joy, everything with glory, including glory itself, with no limitations of what I can truly be here while I'm on this mission on earth. I am here to monetize my genius. I am here to be a space for others, and I am willing to receive from others what they are willing to contribute with no judgment. I am willing to contribute to others. I am willing to know my values and boundaries. I know my values and my boundaries. I know how special I truly be. And I invite more of this knowledge within me right now. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe in a beautiful yellow. Fill that body up with yellow. Fill up that solar plexus of yellow and turn it up so it's the brightest yellow you've ever seen. I see some pale yellows out there, so let's just turn it up. Bright, 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 bright. It is exploding through your body and into your aura. Turn up that aura. Anything that doesn't allow you to be the confidence you truly be at the capacity that you are truly choosing it, where you have total choice. Will you please destroy and uncreate that and expand that yellow throughout the room and expand it right out to the universe like golden sparkles. Now let's invite all of the possibilities into your heart center now. Pull in all of the possibilities from the universe, from divine source, from divine light, from divine guidance into your heart center right now. Pull in all of those possibilities and allow them to completely integrate into your body with no judgment, with no expectation, with just the knowledge that you are enough, you are on your divine mission, and you are here to do what it is you are choosing to do with total joy, with total grace, with total ease, and the money just keeps flowing into your bank account as easy as you breathe, and you will not allow anything to stop you from succeeding in your divine mission and receiving all of the divine guidance, money, love, healing, abundance, joy, and glory that you truly, truly deserve and desire. It is your birthright. Take a nice deep breath in. Now breathing green into your heart center, glowing your body up as green, holding it in your tummy. And as you breathe out, I want you to flow green right out to the universe. All of those people who require you and require your mission, just expand out everything and imagine everybody receiving a little bit of love, a little bit of love and gratitude and joy from you. So I'm going to ask you to stay expanded and bring yourself back into your body. Take a nice deep breath in. And relax and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stay expanded. Receive those downloads and bring yourself back into your body. Beautiful. Beautiful. And guess what, my loves? This is going to be ending on 1111. And this brings me tears because 1111 is massive for me. 1111, 1111. Yep, I was married on the 11th of 11th, 2011. I have followed my whole mission on 1111. I love you. If you would like to have a clarity call with me, please let me know. My heart is full. I love you, and I'm going to go now while it's on 1111. Thank you for being here. I adore you. This will be open for the next 2 days. And then on Monday, I will announce the winners of everything. All the loves. Bye.